she was 13 with a boyfriend that was 36. And they pick up one of the Hello Kitty stuffed animals, and it's very heavy. What's up, Team Jazzy? It's your girl, Jazzy J, and I am back with another mukbang. So today's true crime is unfortunately about the Hello Kitty murder. A 14-year-old girl named Fawn ran into the police station saying that she was getting haunted, and they laughed it off and was like, bye, little girl. But then she was like, no, you have to believe me. I murdered somebody last year in a Hello Kitty room. So with that being said, I call all of my subscribers Team Jazzy. If you would like to be a part of the team, all you have to do is subscribe to this channel and turn your post notifications on so that you never miss another video. Give this video a big thumbs up on the simple fact that I have another vegan meal. Now this is the Beyond Meat brats. And I saute onions and green pepper and put some, it's called veganese or something. It's mayonnaise. It's like a vegan mayo. And I top the brats with the vegan mayo. I'm so hungry, so I'm gonna pray and we're gonna unravel this true crime. Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for the food that I'm about to receive. I ask that it may be nourishment to my body. I ask that you bless the hands that prepared it and bless my entire team, Jazzy. Amen. Okay. Oh. You already know what I'm about to say. I am so hungry. You already know. So I really like the Beyond Meat. The only thing is it doesn't get as dark as real sausage, like real brats. So you kind of have to trick your brain and cover it up with either barbecue sauce or, like me, do the green pepper and the onion. It's so good. It's so good. The kids be like, I don't want all that. And then when I got it, and I'm eating mine, then they want to eat off of my plate. Now all of a sudden they like onion. It's messy, but it's good. I'm hungry. Y'all always know when I'm hungry because I can never talk and eat at the same time. Okay. So a 14-year-old little girl named Fawn, she runs into a police station. She's telling them a ghost is haunting me. They didn't believe her. They like, bye, little girl, you're playing games. And she's like, no, I'm not playing games. I actually murdered somebody last year, and I think she came back to haunt me because I didn't tell the police, and I just want my truth to set me free. And so they're like, take us to the place. Do you still know the place? They say. She said, yeah, follow me. So they go to this abandoned, they go to this abandoned house, and there is a room full of Hello Kitty stuffed animals just everywhere. And the little girl Fawn is telling the police, by the way, this is in Hong Kong in 1999. She tells the police it was some gangsters who did this, and she helped them. And they beat a woman. And she's the one that found the dead body. So that's why she feels like the lady came back to haunt her. And so everybody's confused. They're like, what? This is just a room full of Hello Kitty stuff. We have to have proof. So they're investigating, they're looking around, and they pick up one of the Hello Kitty stuffed animals, and it's very heavy. And it's unusually heavy. It's not the same weight as the rest of them. You could definitely tell something is hidden in here. But it was sewn shut. So they cut it open, and out falls a real skull. Like a person's skull fell out of a Hello Kitty stuffed animal. So now this case just got bigger than what it is. This little girl is not playing with us. She said it happened when I was 13. I was with my boyfriend. And they said, how old is your boyfriend? She said 36. She was 13 with a boyfriend that was 36. So the more they did investigations, they found out who it was. She told the police, she said, I just came over one day and they had her tied up and they were beating on her. Then she fell on the floor. They was kicking her head. She was like, I thought it was a game that we were playing, so I was kicking her head too. But imagine she's 13 and her boyfriend's 36. I don't even want to go that deep into it. But so, of course, police need more information. So they find out who these Hello Kitty gangsters are. And they take them in for questioning. And they're like, no, I know who you're talking about. Her name is Fan Man Yi. I hope I'm not saying that wrong. She was a drug addict. She was hooked on meth. And when we found her, she was dead. And we didn't want to get in trouble because we didn't do it. She was just like, she was a drug addict that overdosed. And because of what we do, y'all would take us to jail. We didn't do nothing wrong. So we chopped her body up. We boiled the flesh off of her body to the point there was nothing but bone left. And then we took her skull and we sewed it into a Hello Kitty teddy bear. Now that they have the name of the woman, they were able to dig a little deeper on her backstory. She was a 23-year-old woman who had been on her own since she was 16 because she was an orphan. She was growing up in a girls' home, like a group home for girls, and she ended up running away. She became a prostitute to be able to afford her drug addiction. But then when she hit her early 20s, she became pregnant and she decided to change her life around. She was in rehab and she was also working at a nightclub to be able to provide for her baby. Well, during her career at the nightclub, she met a man named Chan Man Yi. No. Chan Man Look. That was his name. He was a big dealer. He was a part of the mob and he was big time. And he was a regular at the club. And he offered more money for her services outside of the club. And her being a mother, she wanted more money. So she took him up on his offer and she always serviced him outside of the club. She was actually one of his favorites. And so everything's going fine. She's doing what she got to do. So after being with Chan Man Look so much, she ends up getting back on drugs. He was not a good influence on her, and she found herself with him a lot and always using drugs. And so she needed more money, and she decided to steal $4,000 from him. And he found out. He sent his team to get her, to kidnap her, and they decided to lock her up, and she would be their prostitute until she paid off the $4,000 plus an extra $10,000. And the more they did that, they kind of got bored of it, and they basically had fun abusing her, to the point they got bored and they wanted to do more. And so they started to physically abuse her so bad, like to the point she would have blisters on her feet so that she couldn't walk. They would stab her. They would urinate in her mouth. They would urinate in her open wounds. It was pure torture, to the point she started to become numb to everything that they were doing to her. And it became boring to them again. So after a month of nothing but beatings and rapes, they decided to hang her arms on a ceiling fan and swing her around. Well, I guess they left her there. And that's when the 14-year-old found her dead. So she told her boyfriend, the 36-year-old, and she told Chan Man Look, and him and his team put her in the tub, chopped her body up, boiled her flesh off. And there's this like rumor that they were boiling noodles right beside her head that was in a pot. I don't know. I don't want that visual as I'm eating, so ew. But disgusting psychopaths. And you can definitely tell something is wrong with all of them. The psychiatrist broke it down, if you guys want to do more research, but something was wrong with the whole team. First of all, the one with a 13-year-old girlfriend, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. That's disgusting. So when the police finds all this out, of course, Chan Man Look's story was, oh, well, she was on meth. We found her there. And so that's why we chopped her body up and did all that. But because they didn't have proof that they beat her, it was just the 14-year-old little girl's word against the rest of them. And of course, the only reason why she went so deep into it is because, well, for one, she didn't want to get haunted by this ghost. And then for two, she was going to get a lesser time. So it was her word against theirs, and they had no proof that they actually killed her. And so they got charged with manslaughter. But Hong Kong, the community of Hong Kong was not okay with that. They felt like the Hello Kitty Gangsters should have been charged with murder because they believed the 14-year-old, which I believe the 14-year-old because they crack. Kids crack under pressure because they haven't had enough experiences. So it's easier to scare them. It's easier to manipulate. Out of all these cases that I've done, when kids are involved in interrogation, it ain't long. It's not long at all. And it's just like the older pathological liars, they're the ones, their interrogations take 6 hours. But kids, it don't take them long at all. So my heart goes out to her child who has to grow up without a mother. But word on the street is that her child has a loving family and is doing well. Post notification goes to... Thank you so much for having your post notifications on. Shout out to you for being the first to comment on the last video. If you would like a shout out, all you have to do is be the first to comment on the next video. If you would like to see more true crime videos, then click right here. If you would like to subscribe to this channel so that you never miss another video, click right here. I love you, and I will see you guys in the next mukbang.